Andrew Tate completely destroyed a group of feminists over their woke beliefs, and Cenat went off against the Secret Service for wanting him to do a stream about politics. This is what happens when streamers destroy woke culture. We have to start talking about Aiden Ross, since not only is he the face of Kick with over 1.4 million followers, but he's also well known for speaking his mind against woke culture and whatever he thinks is wrong with society nowadays. However, he's constantly been censored for doing so. As a matter of fact, he got permanently banned from Twitch right after sharing his thoughts on there being only 2 biological genders on his Twitter. Right after the ban, he responded by announcing that he received a deal to stream exclusively on Kick, and went on to call out the people who were trying to cancel him just for speaking his mind, saying how he was on a mission to cancel the cancel culture.
This tweet is targeted at the people trying to cancel people. This is cancel culture. I'm coming at cancel culture right now. I'm gonna cancel culture. Scientifically proven, there's an X chromosome and an XY chromosome, okay, to make a male and a female. It's a fact. You cannot mess science up.
He talked more about it over on Kick, going off against Twitch because of the lack of freedom of speech he and creators have on the platform, and how streamers have no choice other than promoting whatever message they want to push, or else they would be silenced in some way or another, making them fake woke.
And all you streamers I'm gonna clap back and respond to, stop this cat, bro. You don't give a You are signed under Twitch contract where you have to suck and go down this agenda and promote certain shit. I'm not dumb, bro. You can't say controversial shit because you're a moron, you're a schmuck. Your lips are glued together. You're a fake woke. You're fake woke. It's not real woke. I just want to know. Chat, when you have a baby, it's X or XY, correct or incorrect? That's all I want to know. Correct or incorrect?
But he didn't end the debate there, though. A few months later, he went on to a random mall with fellow streamer Sneeko to ask passerbys how many genders there were, to settle things once and for all.
There's male, there's female, nothing else.
What? What about gender fluid people?
I don't even know what that is for real, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, but Uzi's a they-them. Lil Uzi Vert, he's a they-them.
He's a they-them?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi?
Yeah.
Is this men's shoes in here?
Yeah, how many genders are there?
2, of course.
Really? 2. That's homophobic.
I don't give a
Nice, man. Yeah, respect, man. Hey, you want to take a picture with Cheezer?
We gotta
How many
save him.
genders are there? 2? Bro, why did you scream for Aiden, but you went soft for Sneeko?
Speaking of Sneeko, he is also a Kick streamer who's been an active fighter against woke culture in the past, and is one of the few content creators out there who isn't afraid of speaking their mind regarding the current state of today's society, whether that be his thoughts regarding Pride Month tarnishing family values, or how he believes the woke agenda tries to control how common people think.
There's a whole month we're celebrating men putting their penises in men's. Like, you know how weird it is? That's what Pride Month is. Bro, but I'm proud to put a in a man's. What the? Why are we celebrating this for a month? Bro. Why? Celebrate family for a month, the creation of children, the reason God made us, the highest form of human achievement. Instead, there's a month celebration for poopy.
Okay, relax.
Poopy dick, Brad.
Relax, dude.
Doesn't make sense, right?
It's complicated.
It's complicated. It is indeed.
No, actually, it's not that complicated. We prioritize feelings over facts, and not because we actually care about people, because they want us to all be confused. They want us to all be at the bottom. They want us to be easily controlled. So when we prioritize feelings and we don't even know how to say what the truth is, and everybody believes in their own truth, their own independent truth, we're prioritizing Satan over God. We're trying to separate God because we want to separate morality. When people don't have a higher belief, then they're easily to manipulate and put whatever they want into your head. And they don't have our best interest in mind. Why would they? If they want ultimate control, they would want us all confused, depressed, and sad and fat. Very simple. Not that complicated.
But his usual targets are entitled women who try to use feminism to get what they want. Like back in 2022 when he had a street interview with a feminist girl who tried to press Sneeko for making a living off being a content creator.
Are most men ugly?
Most men ugly. Most men ugly.
Yes.
So you're allowed to be sexist, but I can't be sexist?
Because it has no weight in it. I have no power compared to a man.
You don't think you do? Yeah, you do.
This is your job? What do you do? What's your life? What is this?
What you're trying to do is shut down my video, and you're trying to get other women to think that I'm a piece of shit.
It's 10:03 at night.
What
but
happens?
then you post a video, and it goes viral. It doesn't matter.
Because
no
I'm
matter
good
what
at what I do. Like, that's the reason the video does well, is because I know...
It's because of anything
You're not
I
listening.
said.
You're not listening.
Okay, continue.
What you said was you started yelling and getting into it.
I didn't yell.
Yes.
I got loud.
Listen to me for a second. You're arguing literally everything I say and not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay, continue.
So you come in angry and yelling, right, calling it mad stupid and swearing and cursing.
It's stupid as fuck.
And because I'm good at interviewing and I've been doing this for a while and I'm good at making videos, it goes viral and it gets attention. And I'm good at not immediately accepting your angry blah, blah, instead of just oh, okay, you're kind of pretty. Like, let me just be a normal person. That's why the video does well, not because like you were here helping me out. You're screaming at me and trying to make me look bad. That same energy is why guys get canceled, why their platforms get taken away, why they deplatform people. You have a power that you're not really respecting.
Just a few weeks later in February, he went up to meet up with the same girl again in a bar near where the first interaction happened. But he ended up going off against a Karen who didn't want him filming anywhere near the business.
That was not what I was asking.
Hey guys, what's up?
I'm meeting some girl I don't know if you're here.
You're meeting some girl?
Yeah, there's a girl she's been here for
There's no girl here that's been here for 2 minutes.
There's no girl?
Can you just not film in here?
Alright, have a nice one. Well, that went kind of like how I expected this conversation to go.
Sometime later, he revealed that the Karen was trying to sue him for including her in the video, even after he covered her face.
My entire security team has been notified at work. What, 2 bouncers?
All right, cool. I'm gonna let you know.
You think you're harassable? I just harass anyone? Look at you. I'm not gonna. Ew. I don't know. Consider saving yourself. I'm sorry you make your money this way. What? That I can have fun and talk, make dope videos, and you work at a bar wiping off glasses from drunk people? I don't want to disrespect your job, but like, if you're gonna bring it up, it is what it is. What, you work like a little over minimum wage, and I do what the I want. This is dope. Yours sucks.
But that's not the craziest time Sneako destroyed woke culture, because also in 2022, he got invited over to Andrew Tate's house to appear on a stream with the guys from Fresh and Fit. Shortly after the stream began, Sneako had a debate with the girl there about how many genders there were. Although it was a simple enough question, you can see how scared she was to answer, but then Sneako told her that she didn't have to be afraid there were only 2.
Okay. How many genders are there?
Genders in what?
In humans.
How many genders? Okay. Hold on. What are those?
Wait, hold on 1 second. Because that, I was thinking about that. There are more genders. Like, there are men and women, but there are also transgender and lot of
trans people.
Well, I don't know how many genders are there.
Can you give me a ballpark number about how many? Because you went from 2, but how many now?
5.
5?
Yeah.
So what are the 5?
Are they real?
No. I want to figure out what the 5 genders are.
Honestly, I don't exactly know if there are 5 or less or more, because I'm scared to look online to see if I'm wrong or right. But like, this new generation is like, I don't know.
So you see how you said what you really believe? You said there's 2, and then you remember that you're on a stream, and so you need to correct it right now. And right now,
No,
your shoulders
not
getting tight,
about-
you're shivering, you're like a politician giving a speech. It's okay. You could say that they're 2 genders. You don't need to give a fuck if people get offended.
No,
iShowSpeed is another big streamer who's had his fair share of woke culture due to his comments on several topics, especially those surrounding gender and social issues. His brash reactions and refusal to apologize for controversial comments demonstrate how he feels about woke culture. Speed's style, which frequently pushes boundaries, has led to temporary suspensions or bans from platforms like YouTube and Twitch. While Speed himself doesn't engage in long political rants, these bans often spark conversations around freedom of speech versus woke culture's push for accountability and sensitivity in public discourse. One of his latest encounters with a woke individual happened as he was doing a stream at the Fanatics Fest in New York this past August. He had to stop for a moment due to technical issues when a random girl approached him, trying to press him because his chat was spamming Israel hate, and she was a Zionist. But he cooked her by just showing his support for Palestine and walking off.
Your followers are killing me.
Wow.
They're calling me a Zionist.
A Zionist?
Yeah.
What's that?
I was born in Israel. Well, no, I wasn't born there, but I grew up there. And they're upset about it.
What?
Zionist is someone who believes that Israel has a right to exist. So now your followers want to kill me.
So you're a Zionist?
Very.
That way they just don't question it.
Are you not?
No.
Why not?
Why would I be a Zionist?
Because people have a state.
Free Palestine. I ain't about to get deep in that, but peace out.
That's not the only time Speed has destroyed someone over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. As he was doing an Omegle stream, he got matched with a couple of girls who were just hanging around. At first, they all seemed to hit it off, with one of the girls even being a fan of Speed's, but the friendship wouldn't last long though because this happened.
Yo.
Okay. Oh my god, holy sh**.
What?
Hi.
I'm cute. I'm cute.
I love you so much. Oh my god. Oh no way, can I take a picture?
Hey, where y'all from?
Israel. What?
Yo, you're from Israel?
Yeah.
No.
Bruh. Why?
Cause free Palestine. You have, bro. You gotta free Palestine.
You just lost the man, bro. Bruh, you used to say you love Israel. What happened?
I do love Israel. A free Palestine.
From there, the whole vibe changed, and one of the girls even went on to say that she had lost all respect for Speed because of it. But Speed immediately went off against her because just a few seconds earlier, she was acting like a fan.
Yeah, you lost my respect right now.
Shut your lying self. Get out of here. Shut your lying self. You have never in your life went on my fucking channel and clicked the video of mine. So don't even sit up here straight to my face and lie to me.
Streamers not only take down woke fans, they sometimes go against other streamers who try to push woke agendas on their viewers. Like what happened between XQC and Hassan Abi back in February 2022. They both got invited along with Seer to appear in an episode of the Austin show's Name Your Price. Everything seemed to be going well, with all the contestants having fun answering questions and ripping on each other. However, XQC took the opportunity to completely roasting Hassan over the things he says during his streams.
XQC, do you weld? No, but I wear a hat like that sometimes. Whenever I tune into Hassan's stream and I listen to one of his takes, I gotta wear that so I don't get some of the radiation from his takes.
Wow. But it's not a one-off punch though, since XQC has constantly reacted mockingly to Hassan's takes on politics. Like the time he appeared on the Piers Morgan show, and more recently when he said that the assault on the US Capitol was funny and it should happen again.
Sam Piker streams live under the name Hassan Abi, his analysis of the Israel-Hamas war.
You are liars.
You guys attack
You are
us
lying to
for not
yourselves if
believing
you
in
think that wasn't
democracy.
hilarious.
Sacred right under the United States democracy is the first.
I mean, he's just rage baiting. It's fine. It's whatever.
But some feminists are completely delusional, and your fellow Arab had the chance of completely destroying one over his completely irrational beliefs and practices. Like the things he would talk about with his own kid, using Transformers as an example. As he kept explaining his delusional argument, Arab just began blasting music in the background.
So I had a discussion with my kid where I explained to him, like, here's the deal, son. You might go and some kids might show you some on the internet having to do with men and women and based around right, and I kind of explained to him about how, you know, how we've watched Transformers movies, right, and there are these crazy movies.
And told him this is Transformers having.
No,
Okay.
It's just an explanation that a Transformers movie is a hyper fantasy version. Was hyper fantasy wise. That was not a real depiction of sex. That was like very overwhelming and very over the top.
A few minutes later, the debate scaled towards childbirth, so Arab asked him if he believed men could get pregnant. But the guy just cooked himself by babbling his answer and saying that some men can get pregnant.
Do you think men can get pregnant?
Do I think men can get pregnant? A trans man can get pregnant.
Why do you have to say trans in front of it? Isn't that just a man?
No, a trans man is a trans man.
So men can get pregnant.
So yes.
But Andrew Tate is by far best known for going up against woke culture. Both him and his brother Tristan have built an empire trying to take down wokeness by spreading their ideas about how they believe woke culture is slowly degrading society and censoring anyone who tries to speak up against it. And because the topics he talks about, he's had to stream on Rumble, one of the platforms that allows for more freedom of speech, where he has already amassed over 2 million followers that share his point of view. On one occasion, he was invited to an episode of the Pregame podcast to debate against a group of feminists. The first thing he talked about was how women aren't held accountable in the same way as men are.
Women are not accountable for themselves. I agree with you there.
Why
100%.
just women though? What
It's
about
both.
men?
It's
Yeah,
both.
It is
definitely both.
It is both. You're right. But society punishes men for not being self-accountable. But society does not punish women for not being self-accountable. I'll give you an example. If you're a man and you're arrogant and you think you're something when you're not, trust me, society will teach you very quickly that you don't matter when you don't get laid and you stay a rookie. If you're a chick and think you're something when you're not, you can run around with your ego, still get dates, still get laid, still have a fairly sensible social life. Society as a whole doesn't come along and slap you in the face with realizations. If you're a man and you think you're something you're not, it is a ticking time bomb until society teaches you a lesson. That's the difference. This is why men in general are more self-accountable, because the men who are not self-accountable get f***ed up. So those who are successful are very self-accountable people. They look at themselves and go, okay, the only way I'm going to get and progress further, the reason she left me, the only way I'm going to do better, make more money, etc., is I have to change. Most women don't want to do that. They don't sit and think I have to change. They think, oh, he left me because it's him, and I lost my job because my boss, and this is this because of this. Women don't look in the mirror and change a thing.
Don't forget what.
A while later, they went on to talk about getting surgeries to be more attractive, and he shut down one of the girls who tried to say how men should be the ones trying to change themselves.
90% of cosmetic surgery is by women. Women are trying to change as much as possible. Men don't want to change. They're not accountable for themselves. They think that because they're a man, you're gonna be attracted to them. No, like you can't be fat. You stay at home. You're just playing video games, and you expect a woman to want to f*** you. No, she's not gonna want to f*** you.
Yeah, but then she won't. This is the point. And then she won't, and society will teach them a lesson. They might be able to pull off a little blag with a girl for a year or so, but in general, they're going to end up lonely. In general, they're going to struggle to find partners. I agree with you with the cosmetic surgery thing. Women are happy to change their appearance and change how they look, but they're not happy to change how they act. Most of them, they're not happy to change. No, they're not.
At the end of the conversation, one of the girls asked Andrew what he thought about women having multiple husbands. But then she went on to say that women didn't feel like they needed men, and that's when Andrew really went against modern feminism, because he says feminists need men to defend their own ideology against the male gender.
So, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to 2 men?
Haram.
Why?
No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G. If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
No, I'm asking.
Okay,
Do you know?
I ask, what if they're different races?
Answer
one white,
the
one black?
question.
You don't know.
Answer the question.
You don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand who the 2 people who made it are, at least. If you have a woman 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say,
disgusting.
Wait, isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps
that's
like
right.
naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, 1, and 2, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you f***ing idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes.
And Cenat is a streamer who's always tries to steer away from everything that has to do with sensitive topics such as politics, with most of his streams involving him just having fun and engaging with his audience. But that doesn't stop people trying to use him to push their agendas on his content, with the most notorious one being the vice president herself, Kamala Harris. This happened right after Aiden did his Trump stream, and politicians took notice that streamers had a lot of influence on younger audience. audiences. During one of his streams at the U-Haul, he completely crashed out about how the Secret Service kept calling him to do a stream with Kamala Harris. He went on to say that he didn't care about how many times they called him because they were using a girl who he hadn't spoken to in years to get to him, and that he didn't want anything to do with politics.
We're supposed to be in a penthouse in New York. Then on top of that, I got the Secret Service calling me 5 times! I don't know goddamn about politics, man. I don't know nothing. I don't know not a goddamn thing, man. What the am I supposed to talk about on stream about politics, bro?
At the end of the day, he said that if he ever was to stream something about politics, he would say on the stream that he didn't know anything about it.
We need you a part of the campaign. At first I was thinking she was talking about like a game, a video game, like a Modern Warfare game, or some, or if not that, a clothing brand. I'm like, what campaign? Mark my words. I'ma say it right now. If there's some way, somehow, something was to go into where I do the stream of politics, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to sit on my stream and say, why did you guys call me? Like, you know, I don't know. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, we gotta do this shit, God. And it's all the top blogs. And I'm like, bro, since when did you care about what Cenat had to talk about for politics?
Now, Gideon is mostly known for his predator-catching content, where he sets up fake meetings with guys trying to meet up with much younger girls and confronting them about it. But he's also spoken candidly about modern society. Gideon has criticized woke culture, particularly when it comes to cancel culture and social media's tendency to overreact to certain issues. He's faced backlash for his views, but he continues to call out what he sees as hypocrisy in the woke movement. Back in 2022, he went on Sneako's stream to just chill and react to random content. Almost at the end of the stream, they saw a clip about how many genders there were, and Gideon had to give his opinion on it based on what he thinks is undeniable facts. Although he did say he could use certain pronouns like they and them, he still stood his ground on what he believes are only 2 genders.
There's only 2 genders, chat. There's only scientifically there is only 2 genders, a male and a female, you know? Now, if it makes you feel better, if I can remember it, you know, I love the they/them one is pretty easy to remember. I think I can do that. Now the other ones like the zers and all that, like I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call you whatever your name is. Like I can't remember that. Like I'll try my best with the they/them. I'll put in the effort, but scientifically, there's only 2 streams. But I will try. I will try to be courteous.
Trainwrecks is another streamer who is not shy to go against woke culture, especially against those who try to dedicate their entire time into canceling those who are just trying to spread what they think is the truth, like getting called anti-woke just for telling people they're social justice warriors, and making fun of the people who try to pin the beginning of fake wokeness on stuff like Naruto.
Why do you have to say SJW, man? What's this anti-woke? It's like, does this person realize they just proved me right? If I call someone an SJW, that is an SJW, and you call that anti-woke, like, do they not realize that that is exactly what I'm talking about? That exact type of crazy shit. If I casually say that, you know, this, I thought you chose an SJW for it. What's with this anti-woke shit, man? Spread positivity. You know what I'm saying?
He then went on to say that those people are usually robotic streamers who never dare to say anything inappropriate in fear of getting canceled.
Professor, we have found the starting point to the fake woke bullshit, the soy boy tendencies. Yep. It looks like in a deep-rooted analysis, we have found into the center of the brain the initial leader that started this uprising actually was raised on Naruto and Naruto only. Yes, sir. And it looks like we have one individual that was a streamer of some sorts. Apparently, he wasn't as evolved as other humans in the facial structure, but he seemed to have predicted that Naruto was the cause. He was crucified and cast out. But, as we know from history, The ones who are cast out and crucified for reasons that aren't crazy are usually the ones who are right, and they live terrible lives because people are too stupid to see the truth. For those of you that haven't been convinced yet, let me give you a good example of this, okay? I want you to look at every streamer that literally puts Naruto as the #1 anime. Look at all of them. And what I mean by that, I'm not attacking who they are or their character. I'm talking their stream personas. I'm telling you, bro, you look at every Naruto, I don't give a There's probably Naruto supporters that are jacked as hell huge, right? But I promise you, if you look close enough, you're gonna find what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, no that knows his shit is looking at Naruto and say, yeah, what a telling you, call me crazy.
On the topic of cancel culture, Destiny is a big spokesperson on why it shouldn't exist, and how it doesn't work in the way woke people think it does.
Okay, so when I think of the goal of cancel culture, I feel like the goal of cancel culture isn't necessarily to eliminate like one person from society. I feel like the goal of cancel culture is to make certain ideas untenable. That if you have like a certain belief system or a certain set of ideas, that you know, the culture is going to come after you to kind of weed those ideas out. The issue is that cancel culture is more broadly applied to like a wide array of ideas that are like, some of them are pretty socially popular. So I would say like a lot of the red pill stuff, say like Andrew Tate, for instance, or a lot of the stuff that Donald Trump was saying. I feel like in 2016, there was this really weird phenomenon that happened where Donald Trump got on stage and he said a lot of insane shit. And there was a lot of people like me in the country, liberals, who ostensibly thought these ideas were eliminated from society. Nobody really believes this stuff. Nobody would say this stuff about Muslims, about Mexicans. Like this can't be the case. And then he won the election. And I think that was a big wake up moment. It was like, okay, I don't think we've done enough to actually change people's minds on a lot of these ideas, but instead we become obsessed and fixated on the canceling and banning from all the platforms. And what we've done is we've created this like second world where all these people are living, and none of them are actually being persuaded out of the like insane they think.
And it's something he's talked about for years, especially during the apex of this so-called movement, where he mentioned how people are so afraid of the possibility of getting canceled, when it was only a bunch of teenagers trying to get attention from throwing hate at random people online from the safety of their homes.
None of you motherfucking canceled. 14-year-olds getting mad at you online is not fucking canceling you. None of you are losing sponsorships. None of you are getting banned from anything. None of you are getting kicked off teams. None of you guys are being kicked out of your... You're not getting canceled. You just have a bunch of 14-year-olds online that are tweeting mean shit. Okay? Stop saying you're getting canceled. Nobody's canceling you. Okay?
And speaking of streamers going off against delusional people, one entitled woman got shot down for messing with a streamer's relationship, and Faye Silky kicked a girl out of the Faye's house for making a scene out of not having her way. So click this video to see what happens when streamers humble entitled women.